What's going on, Shady People? ShadyPenguinn welcoming you back to the last episode of Shady VGC. Well, not the last episode, but the last episode in this session with our Rain team. Today, we are jumping on Battle Spot and going to see if we can snag 2 wins, 1 win, or no win. So let's jump right into this. If you're not familiar with this team, go back at least 2 episodes, and you'll see the introduction to it and the explanation of what we do. But it's a pretty standard Rain team. Of course, the communication with the other trainer was interrupted before we even found a trainer. That's fantastic. But I think I'm learning a lot from using this standardist team. I'm still not great with it. I was practicing prior to this episode and I had some really crazy close matches, but I think I ended up winning 3 of them and losing 2 of them. So not the best track record for sure, but some of them were crazy close. One person set up with a Charizard X. I wasn't even expecting Charizard X. Another person set up with a a Gyarados. He opened up, it was crazy. He opened up Gyarados and Sceptile. I always have these crazy matches when I'm not recording. Opened up Gyarados and Sceptile. So I'm like, oh, Lightning Rod, so Mega Sceptile, easy. Gyarados goes for Dragon Dance. I fake out with my Ludicolo on the Sceptile and Ice Beam it, does a little bit over half, and then the weakness policy goes off. So it's a weakness policy Sceptile. And then my opponent proceeds to set up another Dragon Dance with Gyarados, and then that was, I scooped. I mean, I didn't scoop yet, but then he destroyed my side of the field and it was over. But this opponent, Tact, is bringing the Aerodactyl, Bisharp, Sylveon, Mawile, Zapdos, and Arcanine. So we see double Intimidators. This is why I miss having competitive Pokemon so much on my team. Common weaknesses are Ground. I see Steel is a common weakness for Sylveon and Aerodactyl. I believe Aerodactyl's weak to Steel. I wouldn't mind opening up Chevy Malibu, just because of that. And I think Aerodactyl's a pretty common lead. And I wouldn't mind opening up, I almost want to say Get Wrecked to get the Intimidate off. But if he opens with the Bisharp, I'll be in trouble. Although I don't think you will. Just in case, you know what? Let's go Thor. No. Do we go Politoed? Politoed would be interesting to bring without the rain. I'm going to bring him without the rain up front. Then looking at the rest of my opponent's team, Get Wrecked would be really good against the Sylveon. It would also obviously do work against almost everything else on my opponent's team. It would one-shot the Bisharp. It would most likely one-shot the, well, not one-shot the Zapdos, but 2-shot the Zapdos would play rough. I really don't want to bring Trigun and Chevy Malibu because that's 2 choice Pokemon. Chevy Malibu's choice Scarf because it goes fast, and Trigun is choice Specs because it wears glasses. So I don't know. I think I might just bring Politoed in the back. I'm just going to bring Politoed in the back. And looking at the rest, should I go with Thor or Get Wrecked? I'm going to go with Get Wrecked. I'm going to bring Get Wrecked because a Play Rough or an Iron Head is really, it will do a lot of damage to anything on my opponent's team, except that Arcanine's going to be a bit of an issue. Arcanine's definitely going to be troublesome. Arcanine's a beast. By the way, do I look more bald today? I think in yesterday's video I did have a haircut, but for some reason I look extra bald right now. Probably because it's Dina's birthday and she's Queen Baldy. Happy birthday, Dina. Okay, so Sylveon Aerodactyl. Really solid opening for us. Really solid. So I'm under the impression that Aerodactyl, that I outspeed an Aerodactyl. I'm under that impression. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm under the impression. I do think that there's a really good chance that Aerodactyl's switching out because I do have 2 Pokemon. Well, I have 2 Pokemon with type advantage on him. So do I run with that? Nah, you know what? I'm gonna fake out the Sylveon and I'm oh, he withdraws the Sylveon. Oh no, I should have fake out of the Aerodactyl. What if this Flash Cannon doesn't kill? What if this Flash Cannon doesn't kill? Oh, he's got the Protect. Well, never mind. Protect and Outswitch. And the only thing that's gonna happen is Viva Pinata is gonna get barely any damage on this Zapdos. So we see 2 people floating in the air. This is the moments that I wish I had Abomasnow on my team. It could just blizzard away. I really do. But now he saw the Flash Cannon and that I was going for it. I'm gonna go for it again. Since I know one of my opponent's Mons. And I'm not sure if I should Ice Beam or if I should I'm just gonna set up the rain. I'm just gonna switch Ludicolo out for Politoed. I don't think he's gonna Thunderbolt my Ludicolo, although it's possible, so that might have been an absolutely terrible garbage play. I feel as though the Zapdos is gonna be responsible for the Tailwind now, since I've seen Protect on Aerodactyl. We're gonna see Skydrop. I forgot that people do this nonsense. I totally forgot that people do this. Thunderbolt is going to be a 3-hit KO. And I'm gonna flash cannon the Aerodactyl slot. And I'm going to, can I protect while I'm in the air? I really don't know. I feel like you can't protect. I'm gonna Ice Beam. You know what? I'm gonna Scald the Zapdos. I'm really trying to decide if Scald is better. I could just run Damage Calcs, but for some reason I'm trying to comprehend it like normally. See, Politoes was freed from the Sky Drop. We're gonna get a Flash Cannon off. You guys let me know if Protect would have worked. Flash Cannon is going to bring Aerodactyl down to the Focus Sash, so it is not a Mega Aerodactyl. Thunderbolt is gonna come through onto Politoes, I'm sure, and that is going to be a KO'd Frog. I'm so mad that whole thing just happened. I really am. Like, that was ridiculously unnecessary. All right, unfortunately, I have to go on to Get Wrecked. Oh, darn it. I have to go on to Get Wrecked. Why is Skydrop even, it's good. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna Intimidate, it's not gonna matter. I sort of want to predict, you know what? I'm just gonna Flash Cannon the Aerodactyl slot in case he switches out to something, and I am going to Mega Evolve and Sucker Punch the Aerodactyl slot in case he just Sky Drops again, because I could totally see him Sky Dropping. It buys turns. Oh my gosh. I love Sky Drop. I want to make a Sky Drop team, but I feel like Aerodactyl's probably the best Sky Drop user. Why do you have to be Focus Sash? Why weren't you Mega? So we're gonna Mega Evolve here. Although after losing Politoed in that terrible turn of events, I really don't know how this match is gonna be able to turn around, but we're gonna Sucker Punch. We are gonna get the Aerodactyl out, and this is the moments that I wish I could have switched my move with my Heatran, maybe set up a substitute. That's why Choice Scarf Heatran for me is not really it's not my cup of tea. Thunderbolt is gonna connect on the Chevy Malibu again. My tires are gonna absorb some of it, and I feel like, yeah, that's a beard. That's a beard right in your mouth. My opponent is going to bring out the Sylveon here. Now, the question becomes, can a Sucker Punch take him out? Well, the Sylveon's gonna protect. No matter what, the Sylveon's gonna protect. I'm gonna go ahead and switch my Heatran out for Viva Pinata, and I am going to play rough with the Zapdos. I think the Sylveon has to protect. 100% of the time, it has to protect. Getting a phone call. I'm always nervous about me getting phone calls right now because I feel like they're all related to me moving, and not being able to pick them up is. But I'm at work. I'm at work. So we're switching to Heatran for Viva Pinata. The Sylveon is going to protect, and I'm expecting the Zapdos to Thunderbolt the Ludicolo right now. So, oh, he actually Thunderbolts Get Wrecked. Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate, but we are going to be able to play rough with the Zapdos. It's going to live on, what? Are we serious? Well, I am going to, is there any reason to fake out? There's no reason to fake out. Just Scald the Zapdos slot and Iron Head the Sylveon slot. There's no reason to fake out because Ludicolo outspeeds. So we're gonna get the Scald off. It should finish up the Zapdos. And it does finish up the Zapdos, so down it goes. I feel like Scald in the Rain is the same as Ice Beam. And Iron Head's gonna connect on the Sylveon. That should one-shot. And we just turned this match around. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, I'm really happy that I switched in Ludicolo like that. I am really happy that I brought him in. With the last turn of Rain, now that's a little bit of dumb luck because I was not counting my Rain turns at all. I was definitely not counting them. Wow. Oh wow! And my opponent brings out their Mawile. That stinks like doo-doo. But that is my opponent's last Mon. So I can go for the Scald, fish for the burn, and I can then proceed to, I'd say Iron Head is the better of the two moves because Iron Head, the match was forfeited. Because I did have the Heatran in the back, although it would have probably went down to a Sucker Punch, so my opponent didn't have to do that, but when it's 3v1, it's really hard to come back. So we are gonna walk away with one win today so far. That was a huge turnaround. Skydrop got me on the floor, but we stood back up. let's go ahead and go in for one more match. If communicating ever, what did they DC? They did DC. That's fantastic. Why bother DCing at the end of the match? At least you forfeited already. Just let it go. Let it go. There's no reason. I'm not going to save this battle because I'm recording it right now for the YouTube. What is the point of double storage? All right, let's go ahead and go for one more with this team. And don't forget to leave your suggestions down below with your full team suggestion. I'm going to be featuring a new Shady team from you guys in the next 3 episodes. So got Buns Hun, Spencer from Iowa. Wondering if, I got buns. I got hot dog buns. I got hamburger buns. I got all the buns you need. We have a Kangaskhan, Thunderous, Amoongus, Azumarill, Heatran, and Landorus. So I'm not excited. I'm not even a little excited. I hate seeing Amoongus. It's one of my least favorite mons, and I'm a sad panda. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to open up with, Thor, Chevy Malibu looks like it could be a pretty decent lead. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to open up Get Wrecked and Thor. I'm gonna bring Viva Pinata. And you know what, at that point, I'm bringing Politoes. That's the weirdest opening I've ever done, and I don't think it's gonna work out too well, but my thought process, I just, sometimes I get on a one-track mind. I'm like, Amoongus, Spore, fake out with Kangaskhan, Spore, fake out, I'm scared. So I wanna open up with Thor and, gosh diggity darn, Mawile, get the Intimidate off, switch my Mawile out for Viva Pinata to go ahead and make sure that neither of my mons can be spored. So I'm kind of hoping that works out for us. Not really too sure. They didn't leave a message? Are you kidding me? No message left? Sugar. Absolute sugar. All right, so we're finally, I mean, like it's been like 3.5 hours. We are starting our last battle in this episode, in this session of VGC, going up against Spencer, who's hunting down buns. And I'm gonna give him what he wants. Just gonna cook him up on the grill, get him a little crispy. Kangaskhan and the Amoongus. So the lead that I predicted was in fact correct. Now the question is he gonna Rage Powder or is he going to Spore? Either way, I think what I want to do is change my mind a little bit. Well, no, Mawile can't touch Amoongus at all. But at the very least, Viva Pinata can. So let's go ahead. And the real question is, do I bother setting up a Tailwind? I feel like I don't. I feel like I just gotta go, not right away anyway. I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Kangaskhan. I feel like we're gonna get a fake out onto Mawile and then a Spore onto Mawile. And if that's the case, we're gonna be pretty fine because we have the Intimidate off. Although Ludicolo doesn't resist the fake out, it's still it's intimidated. So you know what? I mean, Mega Kangaskhan's pretty broken, but we can deal with it. Fake out does come through, except it's going to connect with Thor instead. It's a little unfortunate. And we are going to see Spore, but Thor is not affected by Spore. I was hoping he would. Oh man, I could have gone ahead and just play rough with Kangaskhan. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to Ice Beam the Shroom because at this point, I'm pretty sure the Shroom's just going to start going in. And then I'm going to Tailwind now because I do think I'm going to lose a Mon very, very, very soon. I could see the Kangaskhan switching out because of the Intimidate. I could definitely see that. And also because expecting the fake out onto the Kangaskhan, but that's why I just wanted to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam because when I see a Amoongus, I just Rage Powder and I'm like, I might as well just target you down because you're gonna Rage Powder anyway, especially with 2 mons in the field that are immune to Spore. You're 9 times out of 10 going to Rage Powder when you're at full health. Maybe I should have switched my Thor out for Politoed. I think I should have done that. I think I should have. Squirtle's gonna come in. Oh my gosh, had I gone for Thunderbolt. Well, he's probably gonna go for, oh. Wow, I didn't expect that. Just the threat of Rage Powder is so real. All right, well, 100%, this Azumarill's gonna, I mean, this Shroom is gonna go for its stupid move. I'm gonna switch. I didn't Mega Evolve, right? I feel like I'm gonna switch my... no, I can't just switch my Mile in. I'm just gonna go for HP Ice on the Shroom. There's the Rage Powder, so we're gonna get an Ice Beam and an HP Ice. If we can freeze it, but that is really unlikely. We'll see how much Hidden Power Ice does. It shouldn't do too much. Amoonguss, they just prepare for this kind of stuff. Oh, wow, is that a crit? It's a crit! And then an Ice Beam's gonna come through. This might take him out. And it just barely misses taking him out, just barely. And there's the Belly Drum. I'm not happy with this, but I'm also not sad about this. Well, I'm a little sad. I'm not gonna say that I'm not sad. I'm a little sad. But he's gonna have to target down someone, and the question is who? Who would he target down, the Zapdos or the Ludicolo? Well, you know what? I'm gonna Giga Drain the Squirtle, and I'm going to Thunderbolt. Do I Thunderbolt the Squirtle? Do I Thunderbolt the Squirtle? Expect, or is he gonna Protect? Does he run Belly Drum, Protect, Aqua Jet, play rough? I guess it's possible. Am I convincing myself of that? Or do I just Giga Drain and Thunderbolt the Azumarill? And maybe he's just gonna let his High Shroom go down with one more Rage Powder. Yeah, I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Squirtle. There's the Rage Powder. All right, so we're gonna get a Giga Drain off on the Amoonguss, and even though it's resisted, it should still take him out. He's got basically no HP. Oh! Thor's gonna go off first, and Thor doesn't care about it. He has the safety goggles, of course. I totally forgot. Oh my gosh. Thor just got so much. I don't think I remembered that at all during the session. That safety goggles ignores Rage Powder. Now, what's really weird, oh, the rain's not up. Of course, that's why Thor outspeeds. Wow, that was a little bit of dumb luck. Safety goggles, of course, and the Thunderbolt took him out. I really expected him to go for that Aqua Jet, but he didn't. So Kangaskhan's gonna come in. Judging by what's happening on the field right now, I'm definitely gonna switch Ludicolo out into my Politoes, and I almost want to switch out my Zapdos, but I'm just gonna Thunderbolt the Heatran. The reason why I'm doing that is because I can switch my Mawile in and intimidate the Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is kind of the bigger threat. I definitely should have targeted down Kangaskhan. I'm an idiot for going for Heatran. I was thinking about substitutes. It's the only reason why I did it. But I think I'm gonna get Fake Outed anyway, so it's not the biggest deal. Heatran's actually going to Protect, so I don't think the Fake Out's coming. Wow. And my opponent goes for the Double Edge onto the Politoed, which we are going to be able to live thanks to the delicious, nutritious citrus berry. We might have actually lived it without it, but I'm not entirely sure. And Kangaskhan's gonna take a bunch of recoil. Unfortunately, our Tailwind is going to peter out. I am able to get a free Tailwind up though if I want to. I can't see that Kangaskhan not targeting down. You know what? I'm just going to target down the Kangaskhan now. I'm just going to Thunderbolt it, and I am going to Scald it. Had I Thunderbolted, I'm so mad at myself. My opponent is actually going to Sucker Punch the Politoed. I was really close to predicting that. I was really, really close to doing that. So I'm really surprised that that actually happened. Had I, watch, this Thunderbolt probably would have been a 2 KO. Yep. All I had to do was Thunderbolt the last turn. The Heatran's gonna go for a Heat Wave though, so I'm totally fine with that. I'm definitely okay with that. I'm actually considering going out into the Get Wrecked. I think I will go out into Get Wrecked. I'm gonna go out into Get Wrecked for the sole reason that we'll get an Intimidate off, and I think that's gonna allow our Zapdos to live anything that Kangaskhan wants to do, whether it's a Double Edge or what have you. And I'm just gonna Sucker Punch the Heatran, because that's all Get Wrecked is really gonna be able to do in this game. Is I don't want to Sucker Punch the Kangaskhan on the off chance the Kangaskhan goes for the Sucker Punch, but I also don't want to just have a useless Mawile. If I can get a little bit of damage on that Heatran, and Sucker Punch will do a good amount, probably like 40 to 50% to a Heatran, depending on the investments. I believe it's like 40 to 50. It might be a little bit more, but it's not stab. It is huge power though. Mawile is going to Mega Evolve. and we're just gonna show all of our mouths. We have 3 mouths. Think of all the watermelon we could eat. Kangaskhan is actually gonna go for the Sucker Punch onto Thor. I should be able to take that just fine thanks to Intimidate as I do, which means that Thunderbolt is going to finish up the Kangaskhan after Get Wrecked gets a Sucker Punch off, and we'll see the 40 to 50% average that I was talking about. Kangaskhan is gonna go down, and we're gonna walk away with 2 wins in the last episode of this session, and that makes me very, very happy. Don't get me wrong, Heatwave is gonna do a good amount of damage to Get Wrecked, but Thor just does not care. Thor does not give any cups of water. Does not. All right, let's go ahead and we will go for the Sucker Punch because why not? And I kind of want to Roost, but let's just Thunderbolt. I think he's going to forfeit anyway. The Heat Train's going to go for Protect. I should have Roosted. That would have been the smarter play. Definitely the smarter play to just do that. But what we can do here is if I really want to be that guy, which apparently he wants to be that guy, even though I have a Ludicolo in the back, he wants to be that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Sucker Punch, and I am going to Thunderbolt, and that should be the game. That should definitely be the game. There's the Sucker Punch. See, if we had Substitute, we'd be in a little bit of trouble, but Sucker Punch Thunderbolt is going to take it out, and we're walking away with 2 wins for the last episode. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like rating down below, especially since we performed pretty well today. Granted, maybe the matches weren't... I don't know, I thought they were fine. I think they were good matches. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, comment on the baldness of my head compared to the morning sun or something. I don't know, whatever you want to compare it to. But I love you guys so much. I got to get the heck out of here and record some other stuff. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it